Alright, so today I have a low-level money-making method for you guys. As far as the requirements for the method itself, you absolutely need nothing. Now, depending on where you want to go ahead and buy this stuff at, you may need requirements, but I mean, there are accessible spots that you have to do literally nothing, but if worlds get competitive, then you may want to go to different places, and I'll show you guys a couple examples of where you can go today. Before we go ahead and get on into it though, I will tell you guys that this will be buying packs of vials of water. So, one example that we have here today is Artie. So Artie has a general market where packs of vials are about 2.5 GP each, at least as far as vial is concerned, and then as you buy more and more, it ends up actually costing you more and more, which makes sense because, you know, the less in stock, the more they're going to charge, obviously. So if we go ahead and look, basically water-filled vial packs right now, as far as buying this, I'll buy it for 261 coins, then I open it, and as you guys can see, I get 100 vials of water, and yeah, the guide price right now, 500 GP. The total guide price right now, as far as the game's concerned, is 500. The OS Buddy guide price is 400. Now, really what this is 400 is how much you're going to get if you insta-sell all the vials, and 500 is how much you're going to get if you slow sell the vials. So really, it's up to you if you guys want to actually just, you know, do it as quick as you can and not care at all. You can sell them for 400, or you can sell them for 500 if you want to sell them a little slower, but they are vials of water, so they don't sell all that slow. So as you guys can see, this is the GE history as far as it's concerned with vials of water up here. Basically, you know, typically around 5 GP. If we look at this graph, probably through half the year, if not more, they've sit around 5 GP. They've also gone up to 6 and 7 GP at times, so if you ever see them around there, this is a really, really good money-making method. And if you see it at 4 GP, you know, it may be worth it to you, but it's definitely going to be a little less GP per hour, and I'll get into that as the video goes on. But right after this video is going to be released, I would imagine due to the, you know, obviously there's a ton of demand for vials, so I don't even know if I can make this go down to GP, but if it does go down to, say, 4 GP and it's not worth it for you, just give it a couple days. You know, the price is a hop back to normal, and hopefully you'll be able to make some more money here in a few days. But with that said, let's go ahead and test out how much money you can actually make with this. Before I go there though, here is an example of me actually buying a vial of water for 5 GP and selling for 4. So those are the margins we're working with. Either you can slow sell it for 5 or you can insta sell it for 4. As far as actually being able to buy these packs of vials, basically you don't have to necessarily do it here in Artie. This is just the easiest one that requires the least amount of stuff. You can also do it at the lighthouse. You can talk to the guy on the second floor and he has a trading shop and you can do the same thing. There's also a shop in Shiloh Village, and on top of that there is a shop in Thaiboy Wanai. So any of those shops will work, but this would be the one I'm using for today. So as I showed earlier, buying one, that kind of shows a decent example, but more than likely you're not going to be buying one. You're going to probably be buying a full inventory. So really at this point there's two different ways to go about it. Now you can either click open and then you can just AFK and wait for them all to open. I mean, it's something that, you know, it makes it so it's definitely a lot nicer, and I'll go ahead and get some rates on this here in a second. But on top of that, you can just sit here and spam click if you want, or you can misclick like me. But yeah, spam clicking like this and just clicking as many as you can, obviously gonna get it a lot quicker. And even after you buy the 25, as you guys can see, it's 349, so you're still making some decent money. But go ahead and buy yourself another 10, 385, even if you're selling for, you know, say 5 GP each, it doesn't even matter. But I would say probably at this point, probably worth it to stop. So each world, I would say probably try to buy yourself about 50 vials in total. You can go less if you want to. Really, you shouldn't be hitting any world hop limits if you're doing this, so more than likely you should be fine to buy 50 or maybe even a little less. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start off with 500k. I'm going to bank these real quick, and I'm going to see how much I can get with 500k and how long it will take me. Here we go, going to our final world, buying the rest of the packs that we can get, and this should be it. There we go, 3 more packs, and so overall, basically, it was pretty much able to get 150,000 vials. If you guys look, 149.6, and if we go ahead and run to the GE real quick, I'll show you guys what that is worth. As far as the amount of time it took a little over 17 minutes, but a lot of that was me trying to actually not show too much stuff on my screen. So it was about 17 minutes in total, and yeah, definitely not bad. So let's go see how much we made. So if we go ahead and look, I'm going to sell them for 5 GP, and that is 748k. So pretty much that means in 17 minutes, I was able to make about 250k. So pretty much as you guys saw, I was able to make 249k in what was 17 minutes. So if we take 60 minutes divided by 17, that's how many cycles we could actually do of this per hour. So 3.529 cycles. Go ahead and times that by the amount of money we made, so 249k, and you get 878k, almost 900k per hour, and it has absolutely no requirements, and there's a ton of vials in stock, and you can, I mean, there's no competition. I didn't see anyone doing this when I was here, so pretty empty overall. But one thing I do want to go ahead and add real quick is the fact that this is actually a more expensive place to buy from than other places. I was checking it out because I thought I was getting more GP per hour doing this at the lighthouse. So the thing with buying water vials from the lighthouse, once you go ahead and trade Josic, is he only has 100 per world, and basically the reason that this is a problem is even though the cost is less right here, 221 compared to 261 for the initial one, you can only buy so many before it starts to get up a lot. So if I go ahead and buy 50, as you guys can see, the next one's going to cost me 377. Now if I was at Artie, it'd be a little lower because there's so many in stock that the price doesn't jump up that much. So here basically what I'd recommend you to do is just go ahead and buy one inventory per world and then go ahead and hop. Now as you guys can see, going to go ahead and open up all of this, and basically you can hop like 12 to 13 times every 5 minutes, so that's definitely not too bad at all. And right here, 2.7 thousand, and I pretty much was only able to spend a little, pretty much 8k. So if we take a look here, if we're assuming the 5 GP per one, that is a 5.5k profit per world, and basically all you have to do is just go ahead and hop, and it doesn't take all that long. And I'm going to go ahead and see how much money you can expect to make here per hour. Probably going to be a little bit higher than Artie, but it will be a little bit more click intensive. There we go, just finished it up. So that took me about 8 minutes, a little bit over, but yeah, 8 minutes to get 67,000 of the vials of water. So if we go ahead and look, basically I spent 200,000 to be able to get these, and in total it is worth 337k. So obviously that's 137k profit in 8 minutes. If we take the 60 minutes you have in an hour, divide it by 8, and then times it by 137,000, that means here you can expect to make a little over 1 mil, and depending on your clicks, and maybe you're a little bit better than me, you can make more than 1 mil per hour. But yeah, definitely a great money making method overall, and I would definitely recommend doing it at the lighthouse if you can. You'll be getting a little bit more XP, and overall you'll be clicking a little less, I guess, in regards to vials. So definitely something I'd recommend, and you also don't have to worry about hitting a logout limit, which I found was pretty interesting. So yeah, definitely a really good money making method overall. As far as some added stuff that I want to talk about with this, if you end up doing the method where you are buying from Josic, you'll only have to spend 1.5 mil per hour in coins, and you'll still be making a little bit over a mil, as I said before. While if you're buying them from Artie, you'll be spending about 1.75 mil per hour, and you'll be making about 900k per hour. Also, if vials of water go up to 6 GP potentially, which can happen at times, basically if you are buying them from Artie, it's about 1.4 mil per hour, and if you're buying them from the lighthouse, so it's a little over 1.5. While if vials of water go down to 4 GP, it's only about 350k and around 380k depending on where you're buying them from. So if they're at 4 GP, then definitely probably not worth your time. But even for some low levels, I mean 400k per hour just for buying some stuff isn't the worst thing ever, but 900k to 1 mil to potentially 1.5 mil does sound a lot better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. If there's anything you guys want to tell me, comment that down below. And on top of that, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. But with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and peace. And also, here's this gem from yesterday. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So I wasn't planning on recording at all. I literally had no intention of. I was doing a random corp trip, and look at this. Dark Core Pet coming in, and look at the 28kc. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry to anyone that's out there struggling for a core pet, because oh my God, 28kc.